Hello, darlings. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. If you're another YouTuber, let me know down in the comments and I will sub you back. Now stay safe, wear your masks, and here's the video. Hello, darlings. It's Brandy here. Today we are going to take these super triple XL half cover tips and turn them into some full cover tips-ish. You know, you're going to have to wait and see what the ish is all about. I want to thank everyone who entered the giveaway. I have not drawn yet. Monday it will be announced, okay? So I hope that you are subscribed and following and put your 3 people on there and all that, because if you don't follow the rules, you don't win. Of course, for the decorating of these nails, I use stuff from my website, www.brcnailstipsxpieces.com. Come and take a look and buy some stuff, all right? We got a bunch of everything. There's a little bit for everyone, so come on down. Okay, let's get into these nails. Okay, y'all, so basically, when you get half tips, they have a half narrow, I don't know, narrow, but it's a half well. These are Super Empress curved squares, fire, very, very stiff. They're originally made to be glued on to half of your nail. That's what makes it a half tip, just like I'm showing. And then you would go in and try to smooth out where the nail tip is glued to your nail bed, you know, the top of it, because otherwise you get a big old bump and you have to use a ton of product. And yes, product is supposed to be used over these, but I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I've never actually applied them on my fingers before, so I don't know how firm it would be or how comfortable or uncomfortable it might be to actually do it the correct way. And yes, you're supposed to build it just like a regular short nail. Put the product, you know, in the middle. Make sure your apex is strong and bring that product all the way down to the bottom. So that's how you would do it if you were applying them as the way that they're supposed to be made, as half tips. Now, please do not come for my cuticles or my dry ass hands, okay? I do a lot of housework. My hands are in water all the time, so that's the deal with that. Now, I'm showing how if you try to put them on as full coverage, 1, they're not going to fit your cuticle bed, and 2, they're not sized correctly as far as the numbers go. I ended up using the largest number, 1. There was no 0, so I used that, and there was definitely still nail bed showing, and that's something you don't want to have on a full coverage nail tip. Also, you want to have some flexibility where the nail connects to your nail bed on a full coverage nail. It's meant to have that little bit of bend so that when you apply it either with the sticky tabs or with nail glue, you kind of push it into your nail and it's set, right? But these do not have that at all. So my goal is to take my e-file, get rid of the half well completely, make a full well that will be thinner than the rest of the nail. And yes, I understand that, you know, it is what it is, okay? You definitely want to have that flexibility there, especially when you're turning something into something it's not supposed to be. So I only have 1 glove on because I will be checking periodically to make sure that I am actually accomplishing what I'm setting out to, because I can't really tell with the gloves on. So I'm using the same barrel drill bit that I did with the Where We Put Our Holes video, because like I said, I don't know that I would be using it on an actual nail bed, because it's gotten a lot of work out. I don't think it's that big of a deal either, but I decided to go with this one because of the shape and just the comfortability of using it. Okay, so I started at a low speed, like a 1/4 of a turn. and was just really focusing on that ridge area at first. But because the speed was so low, it really wasn't getting anywhere. I mean, I was putting some pretty good pressure on there and it just wasn't working. So I ended up speeding it up, and then, you know, it was like wham bam done. Another good thing I love about using press-ons is that if I make a mistake or I put too much pressure, I don't have to worry about, you know, going through someone's nail or something like that. And I can turn it around and hit the area that needs the most work very easily. Now, part of the goal was to thin out that area to make it like a full cover tip so that there was flexibility there. So I wanted it to go to the end of my nail, which I know how it looks. I'm sorry, even looking at it now, I'm like, ah. But that flexibility will make it comfortable for you to wear and also make it fit better, because like I was saying, I used the largest one that they had and it didn't cover my nail bed. You also have to keep in mind, I did a full bling nail, and when you do something like that, you should probably get a larger nail because it fit when I was looking at it when I drilled it. But after putting on all the gems and everything, it gets rigid, so that extra play isn't there. And that's with normal full coverage tips too. So that is something to be aware of. The best way I found to actually check what was going on was to rub it with my finger, because even looking at it, it was really hard to tell because the surface is all scratched up. Also, you want to make sure that you're paying attention to the sidewalls, because I was kind of focusing on the middle, and then when I felt it, you know, I felt like a big dip instead of it being smooth all the way. So it fits a little bit around the cuticle area, but I'm definitely going to need to round out those sides. I was a little worried that I would take too much off, so especially for this first nail, I was a little cautious. I do come at it again with a regular nail file and a buffer, because you definitely want to smooth out those edges after. But all in all, I think that once I got my confidence, I was able to go right in with it and just, you know, zoom, 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 zoom. I was just a little leery about the speed and the thickness of the actual nail tip itself. I wasn't really sure how that was going to work or play with the drill, so it turned out as good as it could have. I mean, I wish that there was a larger nail, but there are XXXL full coverage out. They are under Après. I believe it's, you know, that Bling Jenny, Bling Queen, or whoever she is. Okay, I got the info. She's the same chick that was doing Cardi B's nails, and then, like, you know, her whole shop blew up and Cardi B blew up, and let me throw up some pictures. Okay, so here's the deal. They are $33.99 for 240 pieces. As soon as I find them, when they exist, I will be getting them for the shop. You know I will, because, you know, I got to have them. But not these, obviously, because I can't even afford to buy those for myself, let alone for the shop. And they only come in stiletto. I don't know if I said that already. I can't even remember already. Okay, the very beginning of this nail was covered up by all that Après nail tips. So I'm going to leave one more nail in here just to show you. I sped it up a lot because, I mean, it's not something you need to watch over and over and over again to understand. But I did just want to leave it to show, using it at the higher speed, how much quicker it is to make your own well in there and have it be full. And I'm centering or focusing on the edges as well, where in the first one I was pretty much just doing the middle. So, okay, so here I am just checking it against the nail to make sure that I put it as far up as I need to. And now I'm just going at the corners again. This one I went a little harder in, but it still worked out okay. In fact, I think it was one of the ones that fit the nicest. So I did, of course, touch it up with a file and a buffer after. I didn't just leave it ragged like that. but I wanted to, you know, do each nail step by step and then come back and just go through with a file and buffer. And you can see it looks a little narrow, but it ended up fitting very, very well, so I was happy about that. Okay, I'm obviously not going to go into every single step of what I've done to do these nails as far as decorating. I used my Gel NY number 005 black. I used my Coca-Cola red from Lovcarrie, my go-to red. Look at that popping color, right? And I use this Francesca gel. It's a opal gel, and I just put it in the background for the rhinestones. Now I am using my VDSM red and black checker and my VDSM red and black chain. And those are $1.99 a piece, I believe. I also broke out the Z006, but I actually ended up using the Sweet J Black Louis Vuitton instead. So I opened these, but I didn't actually end up using them because they were a little small, or on the small side for this set of nails in particular. I've really been liking these strips lately. I did another set that is going to be for sale on my shop with using one of those big thick strips like that. I'm really liking it. I'm really liking it. It's a new trend for me. So I was trying so hard to get the corner of the sticker, and I was just kept clipping at the plastic backing because I didn't want it to rip, or I didn't want it to touch on itself, because I did have that problem the other day and it pissed me off hardcore. So I wasn't even picking up at the sticker, I was picking at the backing, so duh. But they apply really, really nice and smooth, and I love them. I love them. I do want to say, when I have stickers sticking off the ends like that, I will bend them down underneath, and then I'll file the edges before I put a top coat on so that it goes to the very edge of the nail. You can leave it folded under, but you know that it just depends on how long the strip of sticker is, if you would want to leave it under there. But I was like, nah, I'm not doing that. I did end up filing it, but they were so long that I had to cut them, which is fine. It's fine, of course. If you are still watching this video, please hit a like button to let me know. Let a girl know you are here. Leave a comment. What do you think about this length? I know I couldn't wear it for a day. I couldn't even get the cuticle oil open. Okay, so, you know, people always say, you know, how do you wipe your ass with nails that long, blah, blah, blah. But this, I think it would take a little bit of a training course. I mean, I've been using the XXXLs, so I've gotten comfortable with those. But this, with the Empress curve, it was just a whole new experience for me, let me tell you. I also used my Boss Bitch glitter. I had to leave in the little sparkles because it's so beautiful. I mean, really, look at it. Look at it. Okay, so here is the finished look. The things that I used from the website are the 3-size gunmetal rings. I only use the 6mm though. Of course, the nail piercing kit, the Boss Bitch glitter, you know, the red with the heels and the lips and the hearts and all that badassness. The VDSM red and black checker and red and black chain stickers, and also the Sweet J Black LV stickers. So yes, fire! They came out so awesome. I almost said the F word. Family friendly, family friendly. Those are the rhinestones in a flash. It amazes me what works like in a dark setting better, or you know, with the flash or without the flash. It always amazes me. So there you have it, my long ass how you take half tips and make them into full coverage-ish tips. That's it. That's all she wrote. Thanks again for everybody that entered the giveaway. Monday is coming. It's coming. And I think that's about it. Thanks so much for watching. Have a marvelous day. And thanks again. Mwah.